Well, Mark, well done on the win, but I guess the scoreline doesn't quite reflect the dominance.
No, I mean, when you look at this stage of the season, and obviously with our midweek, I mean, it took us, players didn't get back to the lodge until 3 in the morning, didn't get on until 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, regardless of anything else, road closures and all that stuff. It's a worry, you know, because you've put the effort in against Blackburn. You get the energy back to a degree because of the euphoria around it, but then that hits you, you know, and it can hit you hard. And I was a bit worried coming in, needed to make some changes, but we played some really good football. I thought first half we were really good. Missed a few chances, created a load of chances, and managed to get again the first goal, which is always important. But then you contrive to start. We started to look a bit leggy, you know, and then you make daft mistakes. So whether it's mental tiredness or physical tiredness, it just results in some errors. Then we gave them the goal. You know, it's a really poor goal to give away. But you know, on days and at times, as we are now, it's about finding a way and getting the result. You know, at all costs, really. They threw everything at us, you know, as much as they could do. We started to become sloppy, run out of the game and give them space to play. Although you know, there's a lot of lofted balls in to try and fight and put us under pressure from runs. The change obviously with Shane Long coming on, who's an experienced striker. Then you know, he's running through spaces and gaps and pinning you. And still with Lucas Joao, he you know, he's got some quality and it showed with the finish. But again, we got back on top. And created some of the good chances, and obviously Gus made the first one, scored the second one. It was a brilliant finish. Played his way in, he had a ricochet off their foot, but he opened his body out and just lifted it into the net really nicely. I don't know how Vic hasn't scored. He's getting nothing from referees now. I don't know what they're seeing. I really don't know what they're seeing, because they're pulling his shirt off his back, they're hitting him from behind, they're making it very, very blatant, you know, the blatant fouls, but he's getting nothing. And that's because teams are scared to death of him. You know, we've got to adjust things. He's got to adjust things now. We've got to look at how we adjust his positions and see if he can take that on board. But you know, really, I don't know how he's not come away with at least a hat-trick today, because he's had some really good opportunities and something. He's hit the post. The keeper's made saves from him. He's had loads of time to think about some of those chances. You know, I think really for him, and again, it looked like a tired performance. You know, at times I should say, but he's got to work his way through that mentally and make his mind up early doors, and then just do it. Because if you start to doubt yourself or you start to think too much when you've got that time, that can happen. Goalkeeper stood up, to be fair to him. You know, he forced him wide on a couple of occasions, and he was just unlucky with his final touch today. On the stretch for a few, again at the inside of the post. I can say he's going to be disappointed today, because not for any other reason that he hasn't added to his tally and the chances that he's had. But he's there to score. He's there to score them. He's there to miss them. You know, so we've ended up seeing the game through. Difficult 8 minutes added on. Sometimes I don't see where it comes from, but it's 8 minutes. We've seen that through and got the 3 points, which is really important. And then you look at the scoreboard at the end, and you're in 5th position at the moment. So you know, we've picked too early, haven't we?
Please don't say that. Liam, what's your overriding feelings after that one?
Yeah, fantastic to get a win, isn't it? Especially this stage of the season. You know, look at the results have gone through us, and it makes it really, really interesting, and it's, you know, just exciting for everyone involved at Coventry. It's been a long time since, you know, they've been in this position, and you know, I think you just got to enjoy it and just give it everything you got.
It was a funny game in the sense that the scoreline doesn't quite give you do you justice, does it?
No, it doesn't. I think, you know, in the first half, you know, had some fantastic chances. Obviously, Vic's hit the post. Then in the second half, and you know, some more fantastic chances. You know, Gus going through one-on-one, some marginal offside decisions, and you know, another day you come away with a 4-1 win. But you know, at this stage of the season, it's about winning and getting them 3 points on the board and putting ourselves in a fantastic position.
You mentioned those chances for Victor. He's struggled of late because he's been getting extra attention, but he seems to now have worked out a way to get past the defender. It's just obviously trying to get the ball in, then again.
Yeah, no, and you'd expect it because he's the best striker in the league, so teams are paying close attention to him. But he's been fantastic all season. I don't think that's going to stop now in the final 2 games, and we rely on him so much because he just gives us such an outlet. Holding up the ball, running it behind, and scoring goals, and he's been fantastic this season. And he'll be looking to put in a big 2 performances in now between the end of the season. Hopefully try and cement them places.
And let's not forget Matty Godden, who obviously gave you the lead.
Yeah, no, Matty's finishing's outstanding. I think if the ball's going to drop to anyone in the box, you want it to be him because he always seems to find the corner. And that's what he's done his whole career, and he keeps doing it now. And I hope it's been fantastic for us today. It's managed to get us off to a good start, and I'm sure there's plenty more goals to come.
How frustrating was their equaliser?
Frustrating because I don't think they created much, apart from a few corners that didn't really result in much. Disappointed, in ourselves that he's just, managed to get a turn, but, he's put it right, it seems to go in slow motion, but he's put it right in the corner. But saying that, we responded really well, managed to get, back in front, really quickly.
That's it, your heads didn't drop, and certainly the atmosphere inside the bumper crowd didn't fall flat either. No, it didn't. I don't think we expected our heads to drop because we're full of confidence at the minute. Riding high in the league, performing really well and scoring goals. So I think it was only a matter of time before we managed to get ourselves back in front, and it shows good character again. You've been involved in a couple of promotions with Coventry through the playoffs in League 2 and obviously winning the League 1 title as well. Does this feel a little bit different because it's at a higher level and obviously it's the Premier League that you're knocking on the door of? I think if you think about it too much, it can feel a little bit different, but to be honest with you, it doesn't. I think, at the end of the day, it's 11v11 on a football pitch, and, it's just trying to get yourselves into the playoffs and get yourself promoted. And I think you just got to take it game by game, enjoy it, and just throw absolutely everything at it. Treat every game like a cup final, and that's what we have been doing.